maybe half a stall. Say, hey, I'll be gone today. I'll be back around the way. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. I know one thing. There's no way it's gonna fit. Okay, I'm gonna push this all the way through. I will be back. Trail of Tears. Oh, yeah, the front, the buckle. I was like, the back says it's Amanda Lee, so. It's actually the end of the trail, not Trail of Tears. By the way. I'm back. I'm alive. I'm up in Vermont. Has anyone ever been to Vermont? Yeah. I don't think a lot of people in Vermont are pretty, actually. Where's your husband? I don't even know what your name is. Kevin? Is that just misspelled Kevin? Kevin. Maybe it's Kevin. Seems like everywhere I go, the more I see, the less I know. Hey, how we go today? Clove. Love. I have no idea what's in North Dakota to visit. I'm not much of a traveler anyways. I think I've kind of made that clear. That I just sort of spend most of my time in the barn. I'm happy here. I'm surprised with your wife that you have this much time to be on TikTok entertaining me. I'm guessing she's not really the jealous type. Say, hey, I'll be home today. After this, I gotta get team tacked up, so I gotta get scurry. All the troops out on a hurry. This is it. This is what you're waiting for. Hello, welcome. Corn fed. Soybean meal fed. Go. What? Oh yeah, he's gotta go up a bit then. He just went up, but he's gotta go up more. I know, but I need something that was sturdy. You gotta get side checks on her. What? Yeah. Or you can just sit there if you want and wait, but I don't know where they are. Otherwise she's just gonna sit there and toss. Sorry about that. and just pull him ahead and hold him for a minute. You want to go out with another team? It's the game we're playing. All right. Let's get this one. Everybody, get this shit down for a minute. Gonna turn out. Sorry, Till. Gonna shut this down. Gonna bring out Ellie. Trade it with her. She needs to go for a drive. She hasn't been driven in quite some time at this point. Ellie can go for a walk. I do have my belly button pierced. I have had it pierced for a very long time. 15 years. I'm good for the whole 90s look. I'm gonna take the sisters out for a team. I think they've done the least amount of driving lately, so that will be good for them. Whoop. I have a blue and white page. I'm a dental assistant. I'm a bartender, and I play with these things all morning. My own breeding Clydesdale facility where I try to not lose my mind. Not an easy task to do, but somebody's got to slowly lose their mind doing it. Yeah. Almost got away. Okay. Let's go. Take this one. We'll go the other way. Oh, I think I just broke it. Okay. Either way, it seems to be going that way. That's okay. What we're gonna do is get this one who's been on the walker for an hour. We're gonna put her in a harness. And her sister is gonna go on the far side, so she's gonna go on this side. I'm gonna blow this son of a bitch out too. Right? There you go. Do not have green eyes. I know, you haven't gone for a drive in a long ass time. Back up. Back up. Hey. I can't see him. There we go. Help. Help me with that. Blair, back up. There we go. This is why you don't get driven often. You're miserable. Right? Okay. Give her the other one. There you go. Ask nicely, but if you have to ask twice, make sure they understand you were asking. Come on. Good morning. What's wrong with those jeans? Not sure. A little dirty. Worn them all week. No big girl. Stop! Gotta tickle. It's gotta be good stuff if it tickles like that. Nashville. Yeah, you gotta move out of Nashville if you want real cowgirls. You want Ellie? No, oh, L. The letter L is Blair. Yeah, Lady Blair. L. We have one named Ellie. Yeah, your elbow's fucked up. We have her on an IV medication, along with some deep scrubbing. It's been interesting. They're currently on the right side? Yeah, correct side. She's on the right side. Can't believe I'm saying it, but we have too many harnesses. I have them listed, but... Yep. Lady, Vivian, you're getting big. You ain't my little baby girl anymore. Okay. I think that color goes with that dress. Oh man, I love it. Back. Back. Yeah, I got this. A little bit of force never hurt anything. Complete choke. There we go. Not advise that for anybody else. Need two of them. Once I get this harness, I mean, I get what you did, but I was going to swap them and bridle them in there and stuff.
That's fine.
Are they still bidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll scrape them. Back off. Why are you so loud? Okay, so fucking annoying. I love you. Vivian, they are fucking miserable sometimes when I'm trying to get shit done. Yeah, I call it like miserable. Ooh. Ooh. I have Mama walk right by him. There isn't a pad on that horse. All right. I was on the wrong side, but I think I actually had it wrong the first time. Now I'm Thanks for all the follows, likes, guys. Vivian is 4 this year. And I gotta find that jockey, what it's called. Vivian's 4. This is her full sister. Yeah. Average lifespan of Clydesdale is very unpredictable, but it's significantly less than other breeds. They just are not as hardy or as smart, and they tend to die in really horrible shape, including their legs rotting off or their hearts exploding. Not great. You see it? That's a perfect fucking team. You see him? No. All right. You ready, B? You haven't gotten driving in a long time, so please be good. She's really become a fun horse to ride, but she needs to be a driver too. Her checks are fucked up. I think she's done spitting rigging this thing a long time. I'm laughing because honestly, this is a joke to put her in the. She's such a nice riding horse. But dual purpose, never hurt anybody. And I'm laughing because I really need to take this bridle and give it to Joey because this bridle is definitely better set up for him. Their bridles kind of end up being like shoes, very personal and custom for each one. One, two, three, 4, 5. Probably about 5. If I had to take a guess, that's where you should be. Right? What are you looking at? Don't do that. Here, bed. There you go. Honestly, that could go higher, but we're gonna call it there. You're on. Ooh, short estimate. Thanks guys for everyone tapping, giving a like, just trying to get a little bit on how to hook a team of Clydes. Starting to rain? You're good. Okay. You go grab your duster for this drive. Maybe they'll just be bedding rags.
Good, yeah, I'm about to go with that in a minute. Leave the car, we'll be alright. What do we know?
That's cool. When did they clone the mammoth? I don't know. But, well. Do the only other thing I can do. Well, it's pouring. Okay. What'd you forget? What? The window? Oh, okay. Leave you guys in here while I do this. Getting some rain. Yeah, so much for it drying up. I wish. I'm up in Vermont. You got it, Logan. It is Bailey and Joey. Okay. So, I'm gonna get hay in here. These are Clydesdale horses. They're not the cheapest ones to have. So you're kind of fat and totally don't need it. We're going into full stuff. Okay. Mustangs are the cheapest. They're fucking dirt cheap to buy, first off. They're like, you have to have a lot of equipment for them. But even if you secondhand get some of these already bought off the range, maybe something pre-trained, you can get it pretty cheap. And then they like survive on dirt. Windy. Okay, let's get those other two stalls. So since it started raining, hesitating on taking a team out. So they're just standing, learning how to stand. They can do that. It's a little boring for all of us, but at least you're not getting soaked and cold. What's up? How's everyone doing? Yeah, at least it's not snow. I really don't. I know that the weather kind of controls everything, but I try not to control my weather and my attitude, but we really did get the best of last week. Once you've gotten a taste on how sweet life can be when it is dry, warm, etc., man, it's really hard to be okay with it not being. Good morning. I get help somewhat throughout the week. I have a hired hand. But otherwise not the weekend. No, I do not barrel race. I am into draft horses. Have clydesdales. Go ahead and look at all the other videos I've posted. I'm up in Vermont. Joey, being rude. Banging and clanging. So we do have a draft horse club that we attempt to do some things like that with, but it takes a lot. Logan, I can find an old photo of me doing it. Jeez. What made me get into draft horses? Is finally a comment I want to respond to. I don't know. My parents, when we were growing up, went off and bought a giant Belgian. He was completely a worthless animal. And while learning how to work with him, I started working with draft horses. My first job was working with black and white Clydesdales. And I guess I just never really dropped it since. Horses' names, so I have quite a few of them. I start down my age. I have Bailey, 8 years old, been here for 6 years. Raina, 8 years old, been here for 2 years. Tilly, been here for 6 months. 5 years old, 4-year-old Vivian, 3-year-old Striker, Joey, and Blair, and Ellie. Ellie's been here for 2 years, 2.5 years. Joey's been here 2.5 years. Blair's been here for 3 years. She was born here on the farm. Striker, 2 years. Then there is Lady and Roxanne. Roxanne, 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old. Been here for 2 years. I guess actually, yeah, something like that. Year and a half. Lady, born here, 2-year-old. Then there's Finley, born here, 4-month-old. I do pretty competitions. I don't do heavyweight pulling with them. But they do pull. I do ride them as well. So, a little bit of both. I don't do rodeos. Sorry, I read that as redos, and I was like, what are we redoing? Telly! Never been wet before. Just out there throwing a hissy fit. Come Might sound funny, but it is important for your horses to experience rain. She's out there stomping and freaking out because she's getting a little wet. That is a spoiled horse. Rarely ever spends any time outside when it's bad weather. So she is throwing a complete hissy fit. Yeah, we go through the animals, but currently I'm trying to clean up after them, so I can't do both. I don't think that last team is going to go out as the rain has started. There's a lot of working today. I was concerned with how much rain we were going to get, and I guess the answer is going to be quite a bit. I don't think it was supposed to start yet, so. Hello. They love their tiny boxes. As I was just explaining, I have a mare. Here's one, by the way. I'll show you guys. There's she. There's Bailey. I have one out there that is throwing an hissy fit on the walker because as you can hear it raining, doesn't like getting wet. They love their tiny little boxes. I'm from Vermont. How to get a flat stomach? Shovel a lot of poop, I guess. I don't know, that's what I do and things work. Wow. That was awful. Leave more. See how bad it gets?
What?
See how bad it gets?
Yeah. I'm doing my phone here though.
Do you have your duster? Wear a raincoat of any type? My coat?
No, these are all getting washed everywhere else.
I'm not going to really start an argument with a stranger on the internet who doesn't know my horses about whether or not they love their stalls, but mostly because I already have to start an argument with my horses to get them out of their stalls because they love them so much. But is you gotta work horses in this kind of bad weather because you'd end up showing horses in this kind of weather. So you don't really get a choice. You gotta use them when you can. I don't even know who's in this stall. I think it was Ellie that I just put out in the walker. Ellie, like I just mentioned, is a 3-year-old. Most of my horses are 3. I think it was absolutely crazy time when I had 3 weanlings at the same time, but I had 4 2-year-olds all last year to start training. So I was busy. Yeah, my retriever, he's 13 years old. Pretty sure he's deaf as hell. Yeah, Ellie was not clean. We're gonna clean that. Yeah. Joey, stop hitching your ass on that. What's everybody doing today? Once I get this stall done, I've just got one last mare, one last stall. Can't believe how fast you guys make chores go by when I'm trying to talk to the fans. Then I'm headed off to work. Nice, Joey. Just put them in. Cody, did you have supportive parents growing up? I'm up in Vermont. Known as the Green Mountain State. I don't know what all the little charmy terms are, but Nugget. Let's talk in. About time to turn. I'll turn Tilly in this time when I go to turn out Raina. Get that stall done. Play around with her though. Hopefully not consider ruin her day, but figure out if I can put. Raina's perfect. The only problem I have with Raina is that Striker's not a huge fan of her, so it's kind of hard to get them to go pound town. I'm hoping that the one time we got it, which technically we didn't even. I had to collect off of Blair and breed, which is kind of weird. There's some old folks' tales about the reason she might have aborted was because they don't get along with each other. They don't really have good chemistry. So, look at you. I mean, that's nature. That's how you make more horses, so I don't think there's anything really gross. Yeah, I hate to tell him what his parents did to make him. It is just weird how hard it is. I mean, Laura, I wish you were around back when I had my first stud in Bailey. King was his name, and it was just ridiculously easy. Haven't gotten lucky since. Good morning, it's 10:48. So, I did hear about Florida State. I'm not trapped in a box, I just live in Vermont. There's just not a lot going on up here. Vermont can have very beautiful parts. It's currently rainy season, so it's not as pretty as it could be. I do know of the show Heartland. Life is very similar to that, but not. I crushed this in a clamp yesterday. It's a little mad at me. Worth it, but Oh my God, it's never raining as bad as it sounds like it is. That's thanks to an old tin roof, right? Yeah, you're done. You've been out here for long enough, Chica. You guys around too. Who? All right. Yeah, your stick are getting wet. You're such a hissy bear. Okay. Hello. So. Turn around, Ellie. Hold on. There you go. Here we go. You're gonna go in here. Look at her. She's like, get me out of the rain. Nope, that's not yours. You go here. Go. Oh, they hate their bosses so much. Come here, my love. Come here. Whoa. This horse is 5 years old. We had a daughter in January. She was bred last year. So. It's not true. I'm from Vermont. All right, one last tiny box to clean. Is that B-Wagon? How's everyone's day going? We have all Clydesdales here on the farm. I have had, this hat, thank you, from Pro Choice. I have been breeding Clydesdales, training and working with them for over 15 years. But my own, I've been working with for 9. Have I tried on the white one yet? I have tried it on. I don't want to wear it in the barn though because it's going to get dirty. So I think that one's more of a special occasion or when the world feels cleaner. I feel like right now if I was to wear that one it would blow off and get dirty. Very interesting when I meet people on this app. Yeah, and then once they become fans, they start becoming friends. Raina's stall, and she's definitely one of the cleaner ones here. Maybe it's just an age thing. On here for years. It's been a very interesting app to be on. I do need to go plant my peas though. I'm not much of a birthday person. Plus we have like a whole month out, or, well, I guess not. It's 11 to 10 days. Shit. No, we've got some time. No birthday yet. Yeah, I do love a horse when they poop in the right spot, that's for sure. Studs do it outside, but he doesn't do it inside. He can't come in as much, and I don't like the stress of having them in while the mares are not actually pregnant. Once they get pregnant, or if they are pregnant, whatever, we shall see. Then I can end up bringing him back in, because currently they just kind of run around and he's just super stressed. So, not super. I had one that was way worse, but that was because Bailey was way worse than him. Bailey's calmed down a little bit in her years of how bad she needs that D. Thank you. You guys have been awesome. As you see. I'm gonna log off as I don't have as many people joining my spicy page as I thought were, so I'm not gonna deal with being lonely for nothing.